Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy to welcome you back because today we're doing something a little different. If it's your first time here, welcome to the family, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. Today our setup is a little different. I did say in my previous video that I'm gonna try something a little different, and I think I may have achieved what I was looking for. We are joined today by my little plant over here, by my best friend, like my favorite of all my plants. I hope you guys enjoy this new setting. If you like it, please tell me. If you don't like it, please tell me. Whatever it is, please tell me. Today I am reviewing the Hermosa Flor White Lily Eyeshadow Palette, as well as the liquid lipstick that I'm wearing, which is a little out of my comfort zone, but it's fine. That's what we're about in 2020. If you're interested in seeing what the palette looks like, what it's all about, and my 2 cents on it, please continue to watch. I'm so excited. Okay, so here is the packaging of it came in this little bag, and I remember they said that the first 100 people to order on the store are gonna get this little bag, and that means I was among the first 100 people. This is what the packaging looks like, which I'm sure all of you have seen. I'm in love with the vibe of this palette, and then it comes in this little sleeve, which she recommends that we keep the shadows in the sleeve, with the palette in the sleeve, so as to avoid like them being broken or whatever. And this is what it's like. So I love when a palette has a mirror, first of all, because I mean that just makes your life easy. I love that it's browns and nude tones on the palette, because this is my soft spot, this is my comfort right here. With the other palette, it was, well, I am planning on buying it. I was very late for that one, I'll have to admit, and when I wanted to buy it, it was out of stock. But at the same time, the reason why it took so long to get it was because I was so intimidated by the colors. They were just, I mean, they're very bold. And I'm going to go first in with the shade over here, Royalty. If Royalty is too dark or too pigmented as my transition shade, I'm probably going to mix it with Milk. My eyelids are primed and set. Okay, that's a nice color. But I think for a transition, I would definitely want to mix it with Milk, just because I do think that it may be a bit too present as a color. I love that you don't have to dip in a lot for you to get a color payoff from the palette. That is a definite plus for me. So far so good. So I will say that the palette has a bit of fallout when you pick the product from it, and I wasn't even rubbing like that, I was just dabbing as I normally would, and there's quite a bit of fallout. Guys, tomorrow is my birthday. Today is Saturday. The video might not come out on Saturday, but today I'm having a drink. I have not had something to drink for a while, because for the longest time I was feeling a bit nauseous, so I was like, okay, maybe my liver just had too much, which also doesn't make sense because I hadn't been drinking a lot during lockdown. I'm just going in between Royalty and Milk. If I feel like Royalty is getting a bit too dark for my liking, I am going to go in with my next color, and I'm going to be picking up a smaller blending brush, and there is quite a bit of fallout on the palette. but it's weird that there's no fallout on my cheeks. Well, there is, but it's like a little bit. I'm gonna go into the shade Beauty, this shade over here, and I'm going to put that on my crease. Ooh, that is pigmented. The good thing about an eyeshadow palette that is pigmented is that you don't have to spend lots of time trying to blend in, because I mean it's just like a really smooth formula that doesn't require too much blending. You literally you have to dip in once. So now I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna take the darkest shade in the palette, which is Chastity. I think that's how you pronounce it. And that's what I'm going to use. I'm gonna dust off a little bit because I don't want too much. I've already realized that the palette is like pigmented, so I don't want a lot of, I don't want it to be too much. And I'm gonna pick that on the outer corner of my eye. Ooh, honey. Belly came through for the sisters here, guys. I'm just lightly dabbing, and honestly, you guys, I took literally like a little bit, the tiniest amount, and this is where we are. We are now going on to cutting our crease, and for that I'm going to use my Revolution concealer in the shade C1. It's the lightest shade that they have. I'm going to use that to cut my crease. So now I'm gonna set, I'm first gonna pack the outer corner. I'm just gonna use the shade Chastity, the darkest one that and then I'm gonna slowly like go back in and doing this like a little. If you look at the shimmer shades, it doesn't look like it has a lot of bright, like your silver, your gold. I'm gonna swatch the shimmer shades for you guys to see. I'm taking the shade Humility, and okay, that looks nice, and I'm just swatching that at the back of my hand. Okay, that looks nice. And I'm picking with another finger, I'm picking up the shade Phadii. Ooh, they are so smooth, like velvet. That's the shade Phadii. Wow, that's beautiful. The shade Virtue, which is the darkest shimmer shade. That's what it looks like. These are the only shimmer shades in the palette. The rest of the colors are matte. And this is what they look like. They are gorgeous, guys. Like, these are gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the lightest shade in the palette, which is Milk, and I'm gonna use that to set my eyes. So both my eyes are set. Come in, friend. Friend, the palette is so beautiful.
Really?
Like, I'm so happy.
That's why you're so excited, because you're you. Condos will communicate.
Guys, we have shots. Come in.
You can see
share your shots with the people. Tomorrow's my birthday, guys.
I haven't done my makeup yet, guys, so please excuse me.
So we're having a pajama party. Oh my god. Ooh.
And then
So now I think I'm gonna take, oof, that was so strong. I think I'm gonna use the shade Phadii because, you know, tonight is a party, so that is very fitting. I'm first going to start with it at the center of the eye. But I don't know if it's like light enough like to my expectation. Oh, they feel so nice. They feel so creamy. The only thing that I don't like about this palette, okay, first there's a bit of fallout on my eyes. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a bit of fallout, which is, I mean, it's not too bad. For the pigment that the palette gave us, I mean, it makes up for it. That's the first thing. Second thing is that the shimmer shades are not, there's not a shimmer shade that is bright enough for you to use as your, I mean, this is fine, generally this is fine, but if I wanted like a brighter shimmer shade, there isn't any in the palette. The lightest one is Humility, which is what I've put here, and this is what it shows up as at the back of my hand. And I mixed it with a bit of Phadii, which is that one, and it's more like at the center towards the outer corner, and then obviously mattes all over the eye. I would have liked there to be a lighter, like a brighter shimmer shade, sort of like more towards, even if it's still a gold like Phadii, but just brighter, because you would hate for you to cut your crease and then when you put a shimmer shade for it to still be dark and not making your all your hard work not like visible enough. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that is the only thing. Aside from that, I am totally in love with this palette. I'm gonna do the rest of my face off camera because I just wanted the focus of the video to be about the palette, and I'm gonna be back to do my bottom lash and my lips, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, I am back. I'm now going to move on to my bottom lash. So I'm going to start with the shade Royalty again. And then I want to take a shade a bit deeper but not as dark as Chastity because that is too dark. So I think I'm going to go in with the shade Friendship, and I'm going to put that on right on my lash line, because I think Chastity would be too dark. Like, it is such a beautiful brown. Can you guys see that? Now I'm going to line my waterline with this lip pencil from Essence, and it's in the shade number 33, Snow Queen. I'm going to use my another Essence favorite, Lash Princess waterproof mascara. Now guys, from when I bought the palette, I also bought the lipstick, and I bought the lipstick in the shade Phadii, and it is a matte liquid lipstick, and this is what the packaging looks like. I love the packaging. It's matte plastic with a nude matte applicator, well, not the applicator, a cap. It's like a maroon color, and normally I never, you guys know I never do shades like this, but I mean, I thought, why not, you know? It smells really nice. It smells like chocolate. The lipstick is not, ooh, that is too strong. I think I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit. The lipstick is not quick drying, which is a plus for me. You need to have enough time to work on it. I love this lip color. It dries super matte, but it's not too dry. It's not uncomfortably dry. This is the final look. I am so in love with it. I mean, let me close my eyes so that you guys can see. I love the lip color. I'm so in love with it. It's not uncomfortably dry, like I said, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. I'm now going to leave you guys and go to my pajama party with my friends. So a recap of the palette. The things that we love about this palette is, first of all, the packaging. It is, I mean, classic, neutral, subtle, but present. Do you know what I mean? And the shades themselves, very like nudes, browns, and 3 shimmer shades in here. I love this palette. The pigment is there. As you guys can see, I did not have to go back and forth into the palette to get the color out or to get what I want, the intensity that I want. So I love that about the palette. Another thing that I love about this palette is that the names are on the palette themselves, so you know what shade you're referring to if you were to tell a friend, or like me, if I were to tell you guys. It's always awesome. Some brands would put the palette names on a plastic like this, and when you take it out, you don't know what shade you're talking to, or if they put them at the back, which is not a big thing, but I mean, it matters. I love that it's got this little sleeve with it as well. I can't find my sleeve now, but I love that it's got its sleeve so that you can put it back in there to keep it safe. The things that we don't like about the palette, 2 things. The fallout, there's a bit of fallout from the palette itself when you pick up products. I'm sure you guys can see. Let me see if I can give you guys a closer look. There's like a bit of fallout like here and there as I was picking the shades out, and I was not rubbing in too much, but still it like came off a bit. So I would advise that you probably dust off your brush before you apply it on your eyes. That would help with fallout under your eyes. Another thing that I didn't like is that the shimmer shades are not bright enough. Like you probably saw from my swatches, there's not, I mean, it's there, but if we were to talk about Phadii, for example, if I would definitely not cut my crease with it, I would definitely not put it all over my eye to cut my crease, but because it will be too dark for a shimmer shade. But they're creamy, they are so creamy and so easy to apply. And for the shimmer shades, there's actually no fallout. That's another good thing. For the shimmer shades, there's absolutely no fallout. They're like velvet, they're so smooth. Guys, this is it for the palette. Oh, the lipstick, I've already said I'm so in love with it. Like I'm sold. The packaging as well, and it's not, you know, like matte lipsticks, sometimes you will stick your lips together like this and your lips will actually stick together. This one doesn't do that. It's like the perfect dry. I wish I had gotten the lip gloss as well so that I can tell you guys what I think about it, but you know, with these COVID times, a girl is on a budget. I cannot afford to be overspending on stuff. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Please comment in the video what you would like to see me review, especially regarding South African brands. I will definitely see you soon. Mwah.